procedure called incubator care. So this equipment, medical equipment we have right here is what we call the incubator. So this is a medical equipment that we use to provide a protective environment for ill babies and also for premature babies. Okay, so this particular equipment is going to provide warmth to a baby, and we'll place the baby right in there. So the optimal or the ranges for the temperature are going to depend with the condition of the baby and also the weight of the baby. So usually our ranges are going to start from 25 degrees Celsius up to 37 degrees Celsius. So when it's greater than 37, the machine will give us an alarm and it will regulate the temperature. When it goes up to 38 degrees Celsius, the temperature is going to be too high for the baby, so the machine will switch itself off automatically, or there will be cut off of power supply to the machine. The maximum temperature it can go to is 42 degrees Celsius. So what we need to know is that this equipment is powered by electricity. So safety comes first. Before we start cleaning this machine, we need to ensure that we switch it off, unplug it from the socket, and start our cleaning. So we also need to ensure that we lock the wheels for this machine since it's movable, also to prevent any issues of it sliding to another place where we don't want it to reach. So why are we doing incubator care? There are some reasons why we are doing incubator care, and these reasons include: number one, we are doing it as a routine. The same way we do dump dusting in the ward, we are going to do incubator care as a routine. So when you are doing it as a routine, you expect the baby to be in the incubator. So incubator care basically has got two procedures, where one, we have the baby in the incubator, and the second one is we don't have the baby in the incubator. So when we don't have the baby in the incubator, it means that the baby could have been discharged, the baby could have been transferred to another ward, or the baby could have died. Okay, so the death of a baby, transfer of a baby, discharge of a baby, and also routine cleaning. So those are some of the reasons why we want to do incubator care. Okay, so we need a few supplies for us to do this procedure. So one, I'll need a basin with water. Now this water is not just plain water. This is a solution that contains 0.5% jig. I hope we still remember how we make the solution. Yes, I think we did that one when we were doing decontamination. Okay, so other people will say 1 to 6 parts of water solution. It's the same as the 0.5% jig that we are making. Okay, then we need a receiver with 2 flannels. 1 flannel to be put in the solution and 1 flannel for drying. We don't just do it the way we do that dusting, you wipe without drying. But in this procedure, we are going to dry the incubator after cleaning it. Then we'll also need a box of gloves there on the bottom shelf. We need a receiver. In case we find crumbs around, we find any dirty particles, we are going to get them and put them in the receiver. Then we should also take note that we can only use 0.5 jig solution to clean the incubator when the baby is not in the incubator, or if we don't have a baby that is using this particular incubator. So we can use the 0.5% in situations where the baby has been discharged, the baby has been transferred to another ward, or when the baby has died. Okay, so now we are going to go through the procedure step by step, slowly, on how we are going to clean this incubator. So let me just mention something before I start the actual procedure. This is the front door. This front door has got two windows. These two windows, and you cannot clean the inside of the incubator using these windows. You only use them when you want to change the napkin and also maybe just to position the baby properly. So we are going to open the entire front door. It has got two locks. So you open the locks, you just turn and open. Okay, so our equipment is open now. So you know that before we start doing any procedure, we need to consider hand hygiene. Okay, so I'll wash my hands. I'll go to my incubator and turn it off. I'll proceed to the socket. Okay, so to have our incubator cleaned, I'll just move it a bit here where everyone else is able to see. Is everyone comfortable with where it is? Okay. So since I've switched it off, I'm going to lock the wheels. So now I've locked the wheels and everything is set to start. I'll wash my hands.
Okay.
Yes, I want to don my gloves now. So I want to wash my hands. Ensure that the gloves that you have are intact. They are not torn, because we know that we are using a solution that contains bleach. So open. And I'll remove the linen that was there on the mattress. I'll get my flannel and dip it into the jig solution and start my cleaning. And by the way, if you have any towels on that top tray there, you can remove them and put them somewhere dry or on the table so that you are able to clean without wetting anything. So you put the flannel so that you are able to turn it nicely. So I'll start from this side, which is my furthest. One long stroke, I'll turn. Again, I'll do one long stroke. Now this. Another long stroke. Turn. The last long stroke on the roof or on the top. Then I'll dry. I'll turn my towel. Keep drying in long strokes. Since now we are done on the roof or on the top part, we're going to go to the sides now. Keep turning your flannel, don't use one side twice. And you do the same by drying. So you keep spinning until you are done with all the sides of the incubator. It seems like a long procedure, but it's just something that you can do within a short period of time. So you try. And make sure that you don't leave any water marks. Okay. So now after you've cleaned the biggest side, where you can put the mattress, you go now to the mattress and clean it. So you can use long strokes. The mattress is small, one, and the top part is done. You get the dry flannel, one, and you go the other way, two. Then you turn the mattress. You clean the bottom as well. You dry it. Okay. Then next you're going to clean the tray. Pull it out like this. So that at least you have enough making surface area. Clean the inside. And you dry it as well. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is turn the tray. So you can put back the mattress since all these two parts are clean, and turn the tray like this. Ensure that it doesn't fall. Then you clean the bottom as well. Keep turning your flannel. And as you lift the tray, in case you discover that there are some particles that dropped here on the base of the incubator, ensure that you collect them and put them in the sink. Keep turning my flannel despite it being dry. Okay. And we can continue on the other side where we have not yet cleaned. Clean as well. And dry. Okay, since we are done with all the sides, all the 3 sides that are the inside, except for the inside of the front door, you will go to the base before you clean the front door. The reason why we are cleaning the front door as the last part, it's because as I am cleaning, my apron or my lab coat can be in contact with this surface. So we don't want to do cross infection or introduce any dirty on a surface that has already been cleaned. So I'll continue. I'll clean with one long straw, turn, do another long straw this side. Another long straw, and finally the last on the bottom or the base. Then I'll dry. Dry thoroughly, not leaving any water. Okay, so we are done, and now we'll go ahead and clean the front door. I'll clean with my 0.5 silicone. Then, after I'm done with the inside surface of the front door, I'll wipe it just like the other parts. So I'll get my flannel and start wiping or drying it. Ensure that you dry it thoroughly without leaving any moisture. Okay. So before I close, I'm going to put back the tray nicely so that I only leave the mattress in this position to allow the inside of the tray to dry as well as I am cleaning the outside of the incubator. So I'm going to lock or close the doors nicely. So we go again, we start from the top. So you are going to be assessing your water, the cleanliness of the solution as well. If the solution is dirty, we are going to change and prepare another solution. So one long stroke and another one. So you can even see from the flannel that it's visibly dusty on top. Okay, so I'll clean the last part of the top and dry. So ensure that as you are cleaning the incubator, you have a very good towel that will not leave any marks when you are drying. At least by the end of the procedure, the incubator should be looking very neat. So I'll go to my favorite side again. Instead of me to go around like that, I can also come the other way and clean. Okay, so allow me to stand like this so that you're able to see what I'm doing. So you clean the drip stand, and if there are any giving sets that remains there as you are removing the patient, anything that was hanged there, remove it before you start cleaning. So for our incubator, there was nothing. Keep turning. Clean the bottom as well. Okay, so I'll dry it to remove any moisture. Dry the bottom part and the other part of the stand. So this one being my furthest, I'll start with the furthest part. One long stroke. Another one, and the last one, return the flannel, clean this part as well. Then on this end here, we also have the part that has the handle. I'm going to clean it as well. Then you dry all the parts that you have cleaned with solution. Okay. Then the other part is the back of the incubator. Now, so that you don't strain your back, you can always move it a bit to a comfortable position where you're able to easily pass your hand and clean. I know some of us are already feeling tired to say this procedure is very long, but don't leave any part unattended to, because that's where now you have sources of infections. So you clean. The back part also has 2 windows. Okay, so I'm done with the solution. I'll get my dry flannel and I'll wipe or dry. Sure that you close the windows. Okay, so this back part is dry. I'll do the last side before I come to the front. It also has a handle, so don't forget to clean the handle. Okay, the handle is cleaned, and go ahead and dry now. Okay, so again, now I need to turn it like this so that I'm able to clean the front part of the front door. We are almost there. One stroke. Then I'll turn. And then another last stroke. So if you see that the windows are also visibly dirty from the inside or these sides, you can always open them and clean, especially after you have discharged the client. Dry. Then you go to the last part and dry as well. So now we have this part here where we are doing the temperature control and other things. We know that this particular gadget is electronic, so we don't want to introduce water or moisture on this part. So you can go with the dry flannel and clean. Then we go to the last part, which is the part that has got the wheels and the part that supports the incubator. So we'll start from the furthest. You clean from up to down. You go behind and turn up to down. Then you turn your flannel up to down. Okay, you also clean from up to the bottom. Then you can easily wipe this part. One long stroke, you turn, another long stroke. Don't leave any part unattended to. One stroke behind and another one in front. You can turn or rinse your flannel depending on how much dirty you're going to find. Remember to change the water once it looks dirty. Then one long stroke and the last. Then you wipe. You dry everywhere. And you are done with cleaning the incubator. The incubator has been cleaned thoroughly inside and outside, but you have not put the mattress in the right position. So you can open. Put the mattress and leave the tray in the position where you found it. And then you can close and lock the door. Okay, so you are done with your procedure. The next thing you are going to do is you are going to clean everything that you have used, decontaminate and document and report.